I'm super excited to plant garlic today. So last year I had an epic fail planting garlic because I did not know what I was doing. And I planted it in the springtime and it just did not grow. You have to plant it in the fall/winter for it to have the proper growing season. So I learned about this from a garlic seller. This one is called Music, and it was so delicious. It's what's called a hardneck garlic. So this is, much harder than some of the other ones that you see. But he recommended this for our zone and our area. He was very camera shy. I wanted to film him and get him to talk about it, but he was very camera shy. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is peel these apart. I'm gonna separate the cloves to plant. Now, when I had my epic fail growing garlic, I looked on YouTube and I found a video that said you want to soak this until roots sprout from it. He said, no, do not do that. All you're gonna do is separate the cloves like I'm doing right now, and then you're going to plant these 2 inches deep. I'm just gonna use my finger to make the indentation. And then you want to put the pointed end up because that's where it's going to grow from. This bottom end is where the roots will form. So you're gonna take that down 2 inches. You can see the tip is facing up. Cover it. And then a lot of people say to plant them 6 inches apart, but what I have learned is in a raised bed, you can plant things a little bit closer. So I'm gonna try, because actually gardening is about trying and failing, learning what works and going again. So I'm gonna plant them a little closer than that. Here we go, number 2. And each of these cloves should grow an entire garlic bulb like this. It's a way to multiply your food. Now I am in zone 7B. I'm on the north side of Atlanta. Oh no, I'm sorry, zone 7A on the north side of Atlanta. And according to the garlic man, he never plants it until between Thanksgiving and Christmas because garlic needs cold. We can have some really warm days late in the season, and that's going to interfere with how well, like it'll start growing and then it gets cold and then it stops growing and then it has to start again. So we want it to overwinter in the cold and then grow in the springtime. So in addition to being extremely yummy, garlic has a lot of health benefits. It's really good for your cardiovascular system, your heart health. It's very, very good for fighting infection, and it's anti-parasitic. So what's not to love? And you can see the roots from where this entire bulb grew originally from a clove like this. My good friend Katrina, who grew up on a farm in South Georgia, her grandfather started this farm. They raised cattle. And she was just here visiting me and told me, so the garlic man at the farmer's market said, you can plant them in pots. I told her I was gonna do that and she said, no, don't plant them in pots, plant them here. So, because my journey with gardening, I think is similar to a lot of people's. You try something, you see if it works, you do it different next time. So I am gonna plant some in pots as well, and let's just see between the two, which one does better. Okay, grand experiment. Let's plant some in the pots and we'll see if this works. So again, 2 inches down. I guess I should be wearing 2 gloves. And I'm gonna put these relatively close. Okay, and then the final step, because it's going to be getting cold, we're getting down to 20 or maybe a little below. I'm gonna pile leaves on top of this to kind of help shield it from the freezing. But the garlic needs this cold to want to grow and develop next spring. Okay, now I want to show you my epic fail of growing garlic last year. I did not know you had to plant it in the fall/winter, so I planted it in the spring. It did not die. Here it is. It did not die, but it also did not grow garlic bulbs. So because it didn't die, I'm just gonna leave it through and let's see if next spring I get some garlic there too.